Without question. One of the areas Browns have to improve, defensive tackle. So let's take a look. These would be budget defensive line targets, defensive tackle targets for the Browns. Dalvin Tomlinson from the Vikings. Larry Ogunjobi, former Brown with Pittsburgh Steelers. Poona Ford, defensive tackle, Seattle Seahawks. Craig Gaines from the Los Angeles Rams. Ashawn Robinson, also Los Angeles Rams. Matt Ioannidis, Carolina Panthers. And again, Quincy, I think they probably would be better served getting a couple of defensive tackles as opposed to spending a significant chunk on one. They need the rotational pieces that they can keep running guys in. The other question is, do you think Jim Schwartz makes this defensive line better just by being the defensive coordinator?
Yeah, somewhat, but like still, you want to add on top of that, right? You want to make his life a little bit easier. It's going to be interesting, right? Larry Ogunjobi's an interesting guy because like he's been here before. I just don't know if that's where they go. But if they can't get anybody to rush opposite of Miles, it might make sense to go after a guy like Ogunjobi. Dalvin Tomlinson, somebody I've been banging the table for a while. Poona Ford, I mean, the best name out the bunch, right? And then there's Ashawn Robinson, who might be the most recognizable of them all. I believe wasn't he coming out of Alabama?
Yeah.
Was he big-time Alabama recruit?
Big run stopper. That's what you like about him. Eats up double teams.
Long and strong.
Yep.
Long and strong. That's what you need, right? And then also the reality is like, Perion Winfrey's going to be in year 2. Whoever you draft's going to be in year 1. When you see these guys coming into the Senior Bowl, and I think this is the biggest difference between the NFL and college or any other level of football, is a big guy in college. Like I was looking at Keanu Benton. He's a big guy. You watch him at tape in Wisconsin, you're like, oh my gosh, he's huge. He measured at 300 pounds. He needs to be like 330 to be as big as he was in college in the NFL, right? Like that is a massive adjustment, right? Like Jordan Davis, you used to be able to point Jordan Davis out from a mile away at Georgia, and Georgia has giant players. You had to tell me which player was Jordan Davis when the Eagles were playing. They are so big in this league at that line of scrimmage that it takes a while for those guys to bulk up to the size that they need to just be strong. I mean, it took Jordan Elliott to get 3 years to get to where he needed to get. So, you need to get guys who are ready to play right now because that's a long developing position. So Ashawn Robinson, Matt Ioannidis is one that he's a decent pass rusher as well. Larry Ogunjobi, Dalvin Tomlinson. Luckily for the Browns, there's a lot of defensive tackles available in the draft. There's a lot of defensive tackles available in free agency, and they should look to plug this long time hole this offseason.